June 25th, 1950. The start of a close to forgotten conflict would begin. This conflict would engulf the world, a fledgling United Nations supporting a South Korean country against a Chinese and Soviet-supported North Korean aggressor. This conflict would draw in some of the world's finest men from countries all over the world. World War II, fresh on the minds of most of the planet, would now turn its focus to this tiny little peninsula in Eastern Asia. This conflict would start in the hearts and minds of a similar people with two separate ideals. It would all come to a head on June 25th, where North Korea would invade South Korea after a series of border skirmishes and recognizing internal strife in South Korea. This conflict would cost many members of the United Nations, China, South Korea, and North Korea their lives. A substantial portion of a new generation of young men gone, after a previous generation was substantially removed from the face of the planet as well. This conflict was on the minds of almost every country in the world, because this is the first time in the world where both sides of this conflict had the capability of destroying the planet. The Russians and the Americans had nuclear capabilities. The planet would avoid destruction at the hands of nuclear fire, but not at a small cost. Over the 3 years of very long, hard conflict, on July 27th, 1953, an armistice would be signed between North and South Korea, with the United Nations overlooking. This conflict is still ever ongoing, actually, as of 2022. A formal end of the war was never agreed upon, making it one of the longest armed conflicts in world history. Many men would lose their lives. Many women would serve alongside these men. The world has forgotten the Korean War, it being overshadowed by the massive conflict and wide scope of both World War II and Vietnam that would start just a few years after the end of the Korean War. I'm here today to remind everybody this Memorial Day what it's actually about. No sacrifice should ever go forgotten. Be thankful for all the men and women over every conflict, past, current, and future, who gave their lives fighting the tide that seeks to wash away everything you hold dear and believe in. Let me be the first to thank all the veterans and all of the people who have lost their lives in all the conflicts of the world. Please give a minute to be thankful this Memorial Day for everybody who has laid down their lives so you can enjoy this holiday. Thank you. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Everybody be safe.